Brought to you by www.1aauto.com. All parts in this video are available on our website.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1aauto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we'll be replacing the window regulator on this 1998 Toyota Camry, same as any 97 to 01 Camry. The tools you'll need are a small regular flat blade screwdriver and a larger flat blade screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, a putty knife or door panel clip tool, and a 10mm wrench or socket and ratchet. Okay, so to do the regulator, obviously you need to remove the door panel. Here we're going fast forward through it just because of the YouTube time limit of 10 minutes. If you want to see this this video in real time or real speed, just search our videos for Camry door panel and you can see it in regular speed. You might be able to pick up enough just from this fast motion video to understand how to get the door panel apart. It is just a few screws and some clips and stuff. But beyond that, just wait another 5 or 10 seconds or so and we'll get into the regulator.
To access the regulator, you're going to have to remove your door handle, which is one 10mm bolt, and then you're going to want to also remove this plate here, which is 3 Phillips screws. Taking the bolt out, and then you're going to slide your handle forward and then rotate it like this, and you can remove these rods. Okay. So you have taken the plate off, and now you want to gently pull on your water shield. You don't want to rip this, and you want to try not to stretch it too much either.
We actually found that using a putty knife to separate it, you just kind of run the putty knife between the water shield and the door, and that separates that goop.
We pulled back the plastic some, and I've actually also reconnected my switch here, and I'm just running up the window a little bit. Because, and if your motor's broken or your regulator's broken, this might be a problem for you. But this is a 10mm bolt here, and then there's one in through this access hole here. And you remove these bolts and then raise your window up out of the regulator and tape it up to the top. I've removed my 2 bolts, and now the window is free from the regulator. I'm just going to remove it up. I've got some painter's tape up here. I'll put it on, and then I'll put a few more pieces on there just to hold it in place. See, now I've completely removed the water shield, and I'm going to unhook this harness here. This is my power window harness, and I'm reaching in behind. Okay, and now I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Those all hold the window motor and regulator. I've removed almost all those bolts. I'm going to feed the harness back into the door. I'm going to reach back in with this hand and kind of hold it, and I'm just removing this last bolt. Okay, and then you kind of rotate. There's a little clip here that's holding it. Rotate it up and out. Okay. And your regulator assembly comes right out that hole. Okay. And then obviously if you need a new regulator, take a new one, feed it back in the hole. Okay. You can see right here there's a little thing that goes in, and you may need to turn it a little bit. It all goes to lining it up so you get the window You get this in and this hook in. There's another little lining tab down here. Okay, get those in, hold them in a little bit. Then this track comes up. Around, there's wiring and stuff there. And that tab goes in there. Okay, take this middle bolt, put it in, and then I'll put the 5 other bolts in as well. I've got all the bolts back in, so I'm going to tighten, tighten, tighten. Okay, and then we're going to hook our motor back up, clip it into place. Okay, and then we're going to, before you put everything back together, always good to just run a quick test. So let's plug the switch back in and just make sure that we have some motion out of the regulator before we put the window back on. Okay. And so now we'll undo the tape up here, put some pressure on the window. Okay. Very important to make sure the window stays in its track and it goes down evenly. Okay. And meets up correctly with the regulator. So I've got it bolted on. Just a tip, I found that lining up and doing this one first and then doing that one second was what worked best. So we'll just do a quick test here. And looks like it's working just fine. For reassembly, we're going to put down our window. Okay, unplug this. Feed the harnesses through. And up and put these rods through. And what I like to do is I like to find a reference point. Okay. And a good reference point is here. That's where one of the screws goes in. And then here's actually even another one. That's where one of the, this is where that plate screws in, and then this is another hole where a plug goes in. And then those reference points, just start sticking it on. Where that goes into place. Okay. Alright. Now we'll need to put our door handle on. These bars in. And this one in. Okay. Putting it on here and sliding it backwards. Bolt in. Okay. And then I'll put this plate on with the 3 screws.
Once you've put that plate on and tightened up that bolt for the door handle, then it's just a matter of replacing your door panel. If you need the video on that, just look at our other videos for Camry door panel. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393, the company that's here for you on the internet and in person. Thank you.